how long it takes you to get help when you dial 911. It's at the heart of a contentious battle between many first responders and the Dane County executive.
Joe Parisi says in part a board full of those first responders failed to fix long wait times and says the center board now needs to go. But as Matthew Simon continues our News 3 investigation, some of those first responders say they have their own proof that Parisi is wrong.
Well, if you call 911 to get help in Dane County for an emergency, it's Priority Dispatch computer software that gets you that help. But the county's trying to decide if it's the best. They've already stopped using Priority to dispatch police calls, so the company put out this report. It has the county upset, while some first responders say it shows their board is not to blame for slow response times.
I would argue that it's hard to govern without good information.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
As an attempt was made to read a part of the county's dispatch software company's report, Dane County's chief sheriff deputy, Jeff Hook, repeatedly shut it down.
It was interesting to look at.
And is it on the agenda?
Technically, no, it is not on the agenda.
Of particular attention to first responders, page 6, Priority Dispatch writing, although the 911 Center Board is well structured, it lacks the quantitative data to make a well-informed decision. Bad public safety decisions are the reason why County Executive Joe Parisi says he needs to take away the 911 Board's power.
I would argue that it's hard to govern without good information.
911 Center Director John DeYoung took huge issue with Fire Chief Laura Lorenzi, saying Priority Dispatch told her DeYoung had this information long before Parisi's proposal.
He said that this information was made available to you verbally when they were here 2 months ago.
When you say no again verbally rather than just shaking my head.
A majority of first responders and supporters call Parisi's idea terrible.
My fear is that the change of this board will have ripple effects amongst how those agencies work together.
And who knows what else there will be. Boundary drops for ambulances? Who knows?
But Parisi has his own strong public support, including the Sheriff's Department.
I think there's a better way to do business than we're currently doing it.
So I have confidence in that he's not attempting to quiet or silence anyone's voice, but to work with you and make sure we have an effective 911 center.
911 Center Director John DeYoung says while he participated in the report, the information is not final. He disagrees with the findings, calls them out of context, and thinks it should not be a public document yet. The board chair says he plans to go through the document in a meeting in the coming weeks with DeYoung and the author.
All right, thank you, Matthew. We should also mention at today's meeting, DeYoung told members the county's new emergency communication system, Dane Co, was now delayed for a year because new radio towers have to be built.